Welcome back, BOFE family. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another vlog. So today I am going to be doing my first official postpartum freezer meal, or freezer item I should say. One thing that I really enjoyed during my postpartum stage when I had my son was having some ready-made meals and things inside of my freezer that I can easily pull out and quickly whip up for lunch or breakfast or even dinner, right? So I have just a few weeks left, a little bit more than a few weeks, but I'm going to be starting just a little bit early on my freezer meals. And today I am going to be doing hamburgers. So I had went to my local Sam's Club when I was doing my monthly haul, and I'm like, let me just see how much it would cost for me to get some hamburgers to have in the freezer, because I've been craving hamburgers and just been on this hamburger kick, and I want to have some in the freezer after I have baby. Well, it was going to be like $26, some change for an 18 count bag of hamburgers. And I'm like, well, I typically eat turkey meat. I'm not really, we don't eat a lot of beef in this household. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to just grab a 2-pound thing of turkey meat and whip up my own hamburgers, because that's how I typically do them anyways when I'm craving them. So today you guys are going to see me walk you guys through the process of how I make my hamburgers and getting those into the freezer so that I have them ready, already assembled. All I have to do is take them out the freezer, however many I may want for the next day, let them sit in the refrigerator overnight just to defrost, and the next day they will be ready to throw right into a saute pan and do what I have to do, quick, easy, and simple. I don't have to cut up no onions, I don't have to season nothing or anything. So we're gonna dive into that today. I will be posting a lot of these postpartum preparation videos, vlogs with you guys, just for other mommies who may be getting ready to have babies and would love to get a freezer stash of freezer meals, right? That will help you on your postpartum journey. Quick, easy, simple. Listen, it's the best thing that I could have done for myself after having my son the first time. So let's dive right into this vlog. Okay, so here you see me chopping up a all white onion. I did use a whole onion for this process because I love onions on my burgers. So I found it easier while preparing this freezer meal to just chop it up and add it to my turkey meat, which you'll see me do in a second. Okay, so right here I use the all natural ground turkey meat. This is a 2-pound container. I believe you can get this from your local Sam's Club. You can also purchase this at Walmart. Okay, so here you see me adding the onions to the actual meat. Now I'm getting ready to add my seasonings as well. I love using the Goyle all-purpose seasoning on pretty much everything. I'm also adding some turmeric. I put turmeric on everything as well. It's a great anti-inflammatory. And then I do also use the Miss Dash, the garlic and herb seasoning as well. Again, I season with love, you guys. Season with love. Right here, you see me labeling my freezer bag. You want to make sure you're labeling your freezer bag, basically saying what it is, the date that you prepared it and put it into the freezer, and then any other important details as it like if you're gonna bake it or if you need to cook it, all that other stuff. Also, I am using this unbleached parchment paper that I found. Not only is it unbleached, it's also you're able to compost it. So when you're done with it, you can throw it right into your composting bin as well. So it's something new that I found over at my local Walmart that I am testing out, and then I'll keep you guys updated on how I like it and then how well it does in my compost bin. So here you just see me portioning out my hamburger patties. I like to roll them into like a meatball just to see how many I'm gonna get before I actually form the hamburgers. So that's what I'm doing right here, and then I'll show you the next steps of how I prepare them for the freezer. So I'm using my same unbleached compostable parchment paper here, and what you see me doing is just basically cutting it into squares so that I can get ready to flatten my hamburger patties out. You're gonna want to use this in between the actual patties, which you will see me do in a second. I am not measuring, I am just eyeballing and cutting the paper. um, Now I'm forming my actual hamburger patties, just flattening it out, smoothing out the edges so that it's round in shape, placing it on top of the parchment paper, and then putting another piece of parchment paper on top of it, and then just continue to repeat that process until all of your hamburger patties are formed. And just making sure that you have the parchment paper in between each layer of your hamburger patties. Now you can make this as thick or as thin as you like, personal preference. I typically like to have things somewhat within the middle. I don't like super thick burgers, but again, that's just my personal preference. You could also make these a lot smaller if you wanted to. I typically like to make little sliders for my son. I did not do that in this video, but I will be making some more hamburgers for the freezer meal, and I'll be adding little sliders in there to prepare for him as well. Alright, Bo family, we are finished with this vlog. I forgot to mention when I was recording the intro for this vlog that I did have to go back in and re-record my intro and my outro because I did not do it the day that I actually recorded the hamburger freezer meals. So it's just a few days later, and I am now recording the intro and outro of that as I am actually preparing dinner for this evening, which I should have recorded that, but it's okay. Nevertheless, you guys got to see me prepare my hamburgers to place inside of my freezers. For some reason, my camera keeps cutting off my vlogs, and then I don't notice it until it's time for me to edit. So you guys did not get to see, you got to see everything and I started to clean up, but you didn't get to see me actually put the hamburgers inside of the freezer bag. So over here you guys will actually see what that process looks like. I just slid them all inside of one freezer bag. I got 16 pre-made hamburger patties that I was able to prepare this evening, or that evening that I did them, and they're all ready to go in the freezer. So I'm super excited about that. As I pull them out to actually cook them up, I'll get that on video for you guys so that you can see that as well. So that brings us to the end of this vlog. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Please excuse all the noise in the background. My son is in here with me. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed evening, and until the next vlog, talk to you guys later.